What's up, everyone? It's here. It's time. What's up, everyone? Today we are unboxing something that is probably the most excited I have ever been for something that's not even actually mine. Full disclaimer, the product I'm about to unbox, which you probably already know because you saw it in the title, description, and you wouldn't click this video if it wasn't what it was probably. But anyway, the product that we will be unboxing is the Lib Tech Apex Orca. I am so excited. My buddy Esteban ordered this back in July. He had it shipped here just so I could unbox it, keep it here. He always comes here before we go snowboarding anyway. We load up in my car and we all go. So I'm gonna already have it. He can also help keep it hidden from his family that he bought this super extremely special board. And so I'm gonna unbox it for him here on this channel. I wanted him to do it with me. He's a little camera shy, so without further ado, we've been waiting for this since July. The date of this video, it's December 11th, I think. So we are so excited. It got here in time for our trip to Colorado that we're taking in February. He's already promised me a couple laps on it. Hopefully I can take it here at Perfect North. Perfect North just opened this weekend, as well as when we go to Colorado. So follow this channel for a full review of this board that'll be coming at a later date. But without further ado, let's get unboxing this bad boy. I'm literally like shaking right now. I am so excited. All right, here we go. Rip open these giant staples. More cardboard to reveal. Another sleeve of cardboard. Just gonna put that out of the way. Here we go. I can't even see the front of it yet. You all are actually gonna see the front of this thing before I do. As with all Lib Tech GNU boards, it's gonna come in this nice little sleeve. I actually normally keep these. I put them in my snowboard bag, and when we travel, I'll put my snowboard back in this. That way it's got a little bit of extra protection on the bottom to keep it safe while we travel. All right, let's see what it looks like. Holy smoke. Holy crap. That's incredible. Holy cow. That is literally the most beautiful snowboard I have ever seen in my life. It's got like, I'm gonna show some close-up shots in a second, but it's like a carbon over carbon top sheet. And so you can see the carbon fiber weave, as well as they've got the graphic like built into the carbon. That is amazing. All right, it's time for some close-up shots of the Orca after I pull it out of this case. Holy smokes. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Esteban, this is your baby. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about what just makes the Apex Orca so special. The Apex Orca is designed to basically be, man, look at that reflection. That's insane. All right, so the Apex Orca is actually designed to be the pinnacle of the Orca lineup. In the Orca lineup, you have the traditional Orca. Last year, they introduced the Golden Orca, as well as an Orca split board for people who are able to hike the backcountry and get to some split boarding terrain. And now you have the Apex Orca. The Apex Orca pulled technology from the Orca. It's actually got all the exact same specs as the Orca, but it has a little bit of the blend of technology from Travis Rice's previous pinnacle board, the Climax. So this is basically the Climax Orca. It's going to take the best of the concepts from that Climax and put it into the Orca body shape. So with those exact same specs as the Orca, it's going to feature the C2X profile, which I really like. As you can see, I've already got two other Orcas behind me. I love that profile. It's going to give you rocker right here between the feet, pockets of camber underneath each foot, and then back to rocker in the tips. It gives a really good shape. It makes for a super great turn initiation. It's going to give you a whole lot of pop, a very responsive profile. I absolutely love it. Out of any board profile that I've ridden to date, it is my favorite, and that's why, you know, I stick with the Orcas. That's the only two boards I have now because I just could not get off of them because I love the way that profile feels underneath my feet. Since this is a directional board, It's going to have a 2.5-inch setback stance that's going to help you in powder, make it more maneuverable with that tiny tail. It features, like the Orca, the whale tail technology, which offers a ton of pop. I mean, you would be insane off this tiny tail how well you can ollie. It's so much fun. I can ollie on the Orca better than any other board. I love the whale tail tech because it just offers so much pop. As well as it's really fun to butter on too. You can see the shape. You lean back and that's gonna hold, like it puts you straight into a butter and it holds it really, really well. It's also gonna feature an 11mm taper from the nose to tail. That's gonna give you extra float in the powder because that nose is gonna be 11mm bigger than the tail is. It's gonna help keep that nose upright in the deeper snow, make it really easy to float, so that's gonna help take some of that pressure off of your back leg. As well as a 7-meter side cut, which is gonna make it for really great for railing turns, help with that heel and toe drag. It's a phenomenal board. I mean, just based off my experience with the other 2 iterations of the Orca, I cannot wait to test this one out. The build within this board is actually very unique. It's really cool. 20% aspen, 30% paulownia, 40% PET, which is recycled plastic bottles, which I think is really unique. To my knowledge, there's no other board out there with that same profile, as well as then a 10% balsa. That's gonna give you a very poppy, very snappy, very responsive ride in all conditions. It's gonna make this board super lightweight, as well as this top sheet, like I mentioned earlier. It's got carbon over magnesium. Gonna make this board very responsive, very light, and just super snappy in every situation that you're gonna put it in. Also features, look at that base. It is beautiful. It also features Lib Tech's premium centered base. It's gonna be a super fast, super durable base. I've taken those 2 over some pretty sketchy stuff. It always holds up. As long as you keep it nice and waxed and hydrated, it's gonna hold up really well for you. It's gonna be really fast in all conditions, hard pack, powder, you name it. And as with all the Lib Tech boards, it's gonna feature magnet traction, which if you have not ridden magnet traction before, you're gonna fall in love with it. As somebody like me who lives on the East Coast where you're always gonna get a little bit of ice in that snow, it's nice to have that magnet traction to get that extra grip, so that way even in the iciest conditions, you're still gonna really get a really good edge hold. And that's just gonna give you that extra confidence you need when it does get icy out there, that you know you can make your heel and toe turns without the risk of like slipping your turn or anything like that. The Apex Orca comes right now in sizes 153, 156, and 159. This board is volume shifted. Lib Tech recommends you downsize 3 to 6 centimeters from your regular board size. They basically make it short and fat, which I really love. It's gonna help with your maneuverability in the trees. It's nice to have a really tiny tail to be able to get through, you know, those narrow situations. They all are gonna have the same waist width of 26.7 centimeters. And based off of what Travis says on his Instagram all the time, he typically just rides the 153, which is what this is, unless he's going into steeper or extra deep snow, like when he goes into Alaska or, you know, all these crazy places that Travis travels to. But he said typically in his resort, he rips the 153, and I ride the 147 in the regular Orca. I ride the 157 in the Golden Orca, just to give you an idea. But the 153, you would be surprised what all you can do. I mean, I've taken my 147 into some crazy deep snow and it still performed phenomenally for me. The price for this phenomenal beauty of the Apex Orca is $999. It's the same as the Orca Split, but this is the top of the line of the Lib Tech lineup, the top of the line of the Orca lineup. This is the most premier board you can get. It's the most technologically advanced Orca on the market. So the great thing about it is, though, it's not the most aggressive board either, because with that same profile as the Orca, it's going to give you a nice mid-flex profile. It's not super aggressive, so I think anybody could honestly ride an Orca from beginner to intermediate. The thing I loved about the Orca is it felt a little softer in the nose and then gets stiffer as you go down towards the tail, which I really liked. One really other cool thing about the Lib Tech boards is that the edges aren't fully wrapped all the way to the nose and tail. They only go so far, which is gonna help reduce a little bit on that swing weight for when you're spinning 180s, 360s, as well as make the board easier to repair if you do damage to the nose or tail, you know, when you're taking it through the trees or anything like that. So another really cool feature that they throw on all the Lib Tech boards. If you are interested in picking up an Apex Orca, I will put some links in the description below. You might be able to pick one up. They go out of stock super fast when they are in stock. And like I said, I pre-ordered this for Esteban back in July and we're just now getting it in December. But hopefully now that they're rolling out, they'll be more readily available. I cannot wait to get this thing on the snow. So make sure you smash that like button, subscribe so you can keep up to date. So when we finally get the Apex Orca out on the snow, see what this Apex Predator is all about, you can check that out. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I post there pretty much daily, so if you want to keep up with me, what I'm doing day to day, that's another really great place to follow, as well as I've been posting a lot of short form content on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, all that. So make sure you follow those as well, just to keep up with what's going on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Can't wait to see you all in the next video soon.